What's up, squad? So I had cookies in the fridge. Last night I ate some cake. I ate some cake last night after Brittany's group where we ate pizza before and afterwards, and the Satanists were all around as I ate cookies yesterday before the group while I got my room crafting halfway between 75 and today. I got it to 76. And that from 9 to 12, it took me from 9 to 12. And it's like this whole week, I've been going to the mall after me and Mom rode our bike to the mall and we drank an iced coffee. I never wanted to ride bikes with Mom, and our household was dying because the Satanists were on Sundays, and Aaron and Mac Lesbian and Lima was crying out, "We see," and Malcolm X, of course, was the structure of 1614 and all 2017, 2019, and 6 months glory, where I had the essence, but God said, "I remember," and it was an essence of the magic draw, but my face and my brain was more Wolf Dean than ever. It was more Stinky Anus Emily in my mirrors than ever. It was more Satan in my mirrors in the community. The avenues of the community was the more albino than ever. Shakes Park was more albino and Tim than ever. Virginia was nowhere to be found. The soul of Virginia before Combi. The Satanist said, "We see," more than ever. As I made my video, my photo journal file all this week of, Iselin and Mac Lesbian and Malik. And I wrote paragraphs that captivated emotions that I could never see. In 2016 videos, because I didn't have no videos in 2016, but my household was dying. The Malcolm X was saying, "We see these eyes," and how many times did I walk down these stairs, but the church was saying, "We see," more than ever. They were saying, "We will not lose," more than ever. They were heightening the attack. "We see these eyes, we will not lose." They were attacking more than ever. We are safe more than ever in this 2019. But as I got my room crafting to 76, one more away from 77 blood rooms, boy, and that was this week and last week. And you know how room crafting had been the 77 journey with black pouches. But the Satanist said, "We will not lose." I was just chill, boy. I was just chilling. Beyonce, recent Beyonce. God said, "Reese, I see." Why? How could you be so good, Lord? I danced like David danced. But God said, "Reese, I will repay you for what you did for me." Because God was good and he was blessing my family, but mother was dying. She came home from school every day to a son who the Satanists were all around his mirrors, all around his community, all around his bed, all around his thoughts, all around his system and schedule, all around his Sunday. And they said, "We see." And Malcolm X, niggers, Uptown, community, Lima, Mac Lesbian, people long in his past were saying, "We see these mirrors." But God said, "Reese, you moved up and you grew into a man." But they were mad and they said, "He will not grow into a man in our house." In 2019, the Satanists were all around, but I asked myself, what could I do today? I'm not going to the mall no more, but it was warm outside, and then I came on the porch. Leisurely in the porch. Let's go, baby. They thought I was going to go to the mall. They thought I was going to go to the lake. But a warm view and a big administration was of the essence. So I was just going to sit my naked and just chill in this warm weather. So my sexuality, I haven't embated, but the last time I embated was to Emily when she was shaking the syringe, and the white Chicago community of zoo. I never went to the zoo, but there was nobody in Ravenswood. They all smoked weed. They were all dookie niggas. Nobody in Uptown but my boy T, my boy Anthony Mayweathers, my boy Benjamin, my girl Beyonce, and like the few. But the Satanist cried out, "We see these eyes. We see this soul. We will not lose." And they were all around. But it was all in my camera, all of my soul, of all my memory, and all of my walks of life was all in the camera. But the foundations of the earth was essence. But the Satanist said, those famous people do not relate to him. They cried out, it does not relate to him. The presidency does not relate to him. It relates to us. Chicago and the sports relate to us. They try to say nobody will ever see our attack on his soul. Nobody will ever see these eyes, the albino said. But Beyonce was more beautiful than any girl. Her eyes were beacon brown. And her ladiness was so lady. But she had 3 kids. Once upon a time, when Cubby used to walk through the lake with his family on Memorial Day, the young son of the uptown of Chicago, before it was the albinos all around his eyes and all around the city crying out, we see him. And all the roars of Big Reese in 2017, 2019 camera in 1614 that they cried out, we see. But this was post-Virginia. All Chicago CPS generation of Ravenswood generation was all before Virginia. Before Mayo, Job Corps, and Malcolm X, the son of Maurice. Even when the albino gave it their all, he still glimpsed the sunlight with his literature and his intelligence and his butterfly effect. He was so handsome. And he could sing. And he sang in front of the people and it touched their hearts. But it was CB, the missing musical soul of Maurice Rogers. The music industry cried out, we see.